Many people think Boko Haram and ISWAP are the same group, but they're not. In fact, they became enemies. One is known for brutal mass violence, the other tries to appear more organized and strategic. So what exactly is the difference between Boko Haram and ISWAP, and why does this split matter for the future of security in Nigeria? To understand the difference, we must go back to the beginning. Boko Haram started in the early 2000s under preacher Muhammad Yusuf in Maiduguri. At first, it was a radical religious movement criticizing corruption, Western influence, and the Nigerian government. But after Yusuf was killed in 2009, the movement transformed into a violent insurgency. Then came a new leader, Abubakar Shekau. Under Shekau, Boko Haram became notorious for suicide bombings, mass kidnappings, village massacres, attacks on civilians, including the infamous Chibok schoolgirls kidnapping in 2014. But inside the group, tensions were growing. Around 2015, Boko Haram pledged allegiance to ISIS. Soon after, ISIS recognized a new branch called ISWAP, the Islamic State West Africa province. But then, conflict began between ISWAP leaders and Abubakar Shekau. Why? Because ISIS reportedly disagreed with Shekau's extreme brutality against ordinary Muslims. ISWAP leaders believed Shekau was too reckless, too violent, too unpredictable. So the movement split into two rival factions: Boko Haram loyalists under Abubakar Shekau. ISWAP fighters aligned with ISIS ideology and command structure, and from that moment, the insurgency changed forever. The biggest difference lies in strategy. Boko Haram under Abubakar Shekau focused heavily on fear and chaos. Their attacks often targeted villages, schools, markets, civilians. They used extreme violence to intimidate communities. ISWAP, more strategic and organized. ISWAP focuses more on military targets, security checkpoints, government infrastructure. In some areas, ISWAP even tried to gain support from local communities by providing limited protection, regulating fishing and farming, taxing traders instead of attacking everyone indiscriminately. But make no mistake, both groups remain dangerous extremist organizations responsible for deadly violence. After years of fighting, ISWAP gradually became stronger. Why? Because they developed better coordination, smarter logistics, more structured leadership. Meanwhile, Boko Haram suffered internal losses and military pressure. In 2021, reports emerged that Shekau died during clashes linked to ISWAP fighters in the Sambisa forest. That moment dramatically shifted power inside the insurgency. Today, ISWAP is often seen as the more organized and influential faction around the Lake Chad area. Understanding the difference is important because the security threat has evolved. This is no longer just about one extremist group. It's about competing factions adapting to survive. While Boko Haram became known for terror through fear, ISWAP focuses more on long-term control, recruitment, and regional influence. That makes the conflict more complex and harder to end. Because insurgencies survive not only through weapons, but through strategy. The split between Boko Haram and ISWAP changed the course of the insurgency in northern Nigeria. Different leaders, different methods, different goals. But one devastating result: years of insecurity affecting millions of lives across the region. Understanding these groups is the first step toward understanding the conflict itself. If you found this breakdown insightful, subscribe for more deep analysis on African security, share to support the fight against terrorism. Thank you for watching.